Oh yeah, Christmas was good. Christmas was small though, not like last time. It's kind of a small gathering. Just kind of a small gathering, realistically. Yeah, I talked to my grandmother on Christmas. My grandmother called me. I was too busy with some other stuff, and she called me, and I called her back, and she wished me a good Christmas. She asked me if I got my Christmas money, which I did. Yeah, she was making sure because she wanted to make sure we at least had something for Christmas, and I said, yeah, you pretty much helped me get the rest of my camping supplies. She got me the rest of my camping supplies. She didn't have to, but she want if something she does. She does that on Christmas and birthdays and stuff. Yeah, yeah, she does stuff like that. Yeah, I take after her a lot of the times. I like to help when I can. You know, if I'm able to, if I'm able to, I'll gladly help. But if not, then there's just not much I can do. But yeah, my grandmother does that a lot of times. Where she'll help people if she can. She's a good soul. She's really good. Yeah, cause I'm a grandma's boy. I really am. I'm a grandma's boy. Always have been. Since my mom was always troubled growing up. My mom was always in trouble. A lot of the time, she wasn't the best. So I looked up to my grandmother as a mother figure. Actually, I looked up to my grandmother as a mother figure, and I told myself that if I ever found a partner, I want them to almost be close to like how my grandmother is, because that's how I want. That's how I want, someone close to how my grandmother is, because I believe how my grandmother acts is is really nice. She's very caring. You know, she loves family. You know, because that old saying. Most people most people say, you when you're looking for a partner, sometimes you take attributes from your parents to try to find a partner. You know, yeah. And I found my grandmother is someone that I would, if I could find the traits, from my grandmother, then yeah. Because my grandparents, um, I look to my grandparents a lot, both on my mom and dad's side of the family, because just because of how it is, where it's like nowadays people get divorced left, right, and center, and I don't actually want that, because my ideal family is my ideal for a family is having both parents still in the house, and the kids growing up, and then the kids coming in with their families and living in the same house, so it's generational, that the family gets to be together. Each generation stays together. The family stays together. So that way, the kids know the grandparents and stuff like that, the uncles and nieces and nephews and stuff, like their cousins and stuff. That's technically the family I want. Is I want the family to live in a all together at once, multiple generations. You know. That's technically my. That's technically how I want. That's how I want it to be for me. To be to be that, because that's how I've just watching my grandmother just watching my grandmother and my grandparents too, and seeing how that is, and based around there. I know it's probably like rose tinted glasses. Like I'm probably sure my grandparents probably argued and bickered, but I just never saw it, you know. But I think the fact is that I think the fact that they stayed together for so long, even though there was hard times, I think that is technically what I actually admire though about the older generation, is that they stayed together and worked it out instead of just a drop of the hat, one little thing, and then it's like divorce is already on the table. You know what I'm saying? At least that's how I see it. It's like because you guys know this. It's like when Quincy was in here, um, and he showed us that, and I showed you guys that cartoon that Quincy showed. How the left just got further away and just left me behind and stuff like that. It's like I'm not really conservative a lot, but there's a lot where it's like there's a lot of it's like that's why I lean a little bit closer to the that's why I lean a little bit more right or left depending on a lot of stuff, and it's like that's just the way I see it, because I saw how my grandparents did, and I was like, yeah, that's what I want, you know. No matter what happens, no matter the bickering, the arguments, stuff like that, we can still be together, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'm idolizing a maybe that's not the norm anymore, but that's okay. Cuz I mean, what's norm anyway? Stuff changes, you know? Cuz like nowadays it's like divorce is common, cuz divorce is always common. But maybe over time divorce will be uncommon, where it'd be very rare to see divorce happen again, to where like to divorce, you get frowned upon again, because it's like, what, you couldn't work it out, you know you couldn't work it out like adults, you know. Now I'm not saying like the like domestic violence and stuff. I'm not saying that, like, that's a perfect opportunity to get divorced. I'm just saying, like, every little petty quabble, of not talking to each other, and stuff like that. That's why it's like my grandparents and stuff like that. It's like, I'm sure, like, they talked it out to stay married for so long, I don't know. I love my grandparents, you know. I love my parents too. I love my mom and dad, but because I took a lot of traits off of them, but the type of family I want is like based on the older generations, you know. That's the thing. The type of family life I want is the older generation, you know. I could talk for hours about my grandma though. I could talk for hours about her, you know. I could sit here for almost an hour just being a grandma's boy so hard. I could almost sit here for an hour just talking nonstop about my grandmother. you know, like like uh like we stayed at my grandparents one time, and I woke up, and I knew where some of the stuff was in her kitchen, and she was up too. You know, I greet her, I give her a kiss, good morning, and stuff like that. You know, and so she says, "Are you hungry?" I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna make some stuff." And she says, "No, no, no, no. Go sit down. Let Grandma do it." And I said, "Grandma, I'm an old man now. I'm an old man. I'm an adult. I can cook my own food." She says, "No, no, no. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I'll go. I'll cook for you." You know. And I always loved when she cooks for me. You know. I actually loved the fact that she would cook for me, even though I could do it myself. You know. Bacon, eggs. You know, little tin thing of gravy, little tin thing because she always had a because I took this after her. I did this. So my mom's side of the family did it too. So I took a lot because a lot of older generations used to do this. There used to be a soup can on the stove of uh, bacon grease. There would always be a tin can of bacon grease on the stove, and because after you're done cooking your bacon, you pour that in, give it a good mixture, let it get some of that, and then you pour some of it back in, and you crack your eggs over it. I can't cook. I can't. I don't like eggs cooked with oil or butter anymore. I like bacon grease. I cook my eggs over. I cook my eggs in bacon grease. You know, because off my mom's side, they would do that too. They would when they would have squirrel, uh, it was mostly with squirrel or rabbit. Um, they would add a little bit of bacon grease to the pan and cook the meat up there. You know, because squirrel and rabbits were very lean meat, so there wasn't a lot of fat. There wasn't a lot of fat in it, so they'd add a little bit of bacon grease. You know, and that was always good too. When when they had a squirrel, because we had a squirrel gravy. We had squirrel gravy one time, actually. It was like your version of biscuits and gravy, but instead of using sausage gravy, they would do squirrel meat. Actually, they would do squirrel meat. Yeah, I idolize the old generation because of that, because they did family, you know. Yeah, yeah, because they would make sure family came before anything, you know.